Well, with Bombad Jedi, we meet an old friend from the prequels. Jar Jar Binks comes back, and it's basically a comedic farce, of course, because it's Jar Jar. But I got to admit, they handle Jar Jar in this episode much better than they did in the movies. And here he's the joke is that he's mistaken for a Jedi, and it's kind of clever where Padme's on a mission. She's trying to maintain relationships with this other planet. What was it called? Rhodia or something like that. And they've already signed up with the Separatists, and it's the planet is of the species of that Greedo is from, so there's that. And she's kind of walked into a trap, and she gets caught and put in prison. Meanwhile, C-3PO and Jar Jar are back on the Naboo ship, and they're like, oh no, terrible things are happening, and we got to try to rescue her. So we gotta have a disguise. And he opens this closet, and there's this Jedi cloak in there. And Jar Jar puts it on. Now, gee, whose Jedi cloak could it be? Well, we're not supposed to talk about that. So anyway, so he has it on. The only weak part, I guess, is that some of of course, he's an aquatic creature, so there's going to be some water involved. So he goes under, and there's this giant sea monster. Now, a lot of this is sort of repeating what was done in Phantom Menace. Instead, in this instance, he's just able to pet the creature and make a pet out of him. The creature doesn't eat him. Come on. I don't. So it's a little too cutesy for its own good. But just the basics of the clumsiness and silliness, which of course only works because the droids are so very stupid and bungle things around. And just through sheer accident, it appears that they fall for the idea that this is a Jedi and he has these powers, and they're all rather intimidated and afraid of him and all that. But in the end, what's his name? Newt Gunroy. We meet him too. He's back for the fun, and he's captured. So the shoe's on the other foot by the end, and the clones show up, and yay, everything's great. So then you go into the next episode, which is a far more serious episode, Cloak of Darkness. So now they're transporting Newt Gunray. And this gets back to Count Dooku, and of course Darth Sidious. Gee, I wonder who that really is. Says, well, we can't have his information fall into the enemy hands. And, don't worry, I've got people on it. And so Ventress shows up again, even though Sidious is like, poof, I'm not too impressed with her. Dooku, oh no, it's going to work. So she leads a team there, ostensibly probably to kill Gunroy so he can't talk, but in the end she ends up rescuing him and all that. Meanwhile, they have a double agent in there just waiting for the opportunity to spring the guy for money. And boy, that guy, he should have kept his helmet on. When he takes his helmet off, jeez. That hairdo is like the Marvel Comics hairdo of villains. Only, for the most part, only Wolverine and I guess Beast from the X-Men was the only one who could be allowed to be heroes and have that ugly hairdo. Oh, wait, I guess Quicksilver too, but then that was because he was Magneto's son or whatnot. But anyway, typically if you've got that hairdo, you're not a good guy. And the case appears to be the same here, as he's a turncoat. But he gets what he deserves because Ventress doesn't want anyone to share the glory of having, helped, Gunray escape. So she sabers the guy. So that's about it. So you get some lightsaber battles with Ahsoka, taking on Ventress, and also Ahsoka, has the better ideas, but the Jedi Master here, Luminara, I believe, the green lady. It's like, hey, let me handle this, Padawan. And then eventually he says, well, I guess I should have listened to you, you know, and all that. But the battles are great and whatnot. It's still, and of course, a lot of it, once again, the regular droids are stupid, but the big bulky ones are not, and they actually have a more menacing presence, and things seem to work out. Also, Ventress, before, she's shown to be quite incompetent almost, and a fool, and she gets outwitted. But then again, of course, she was up against Yoda and whatnot. Here, she's a bit on more equal footing here with Luminara and Ahsoka, and she's successful. You know, she went in to get Gunray, and she got him, and she outfoxes not only the Jedi, but the clones as well, and all that. So, at this point, the bad guys won. So, and it's all handled very well, and atmospherics and whatnot, but a lot of times, especially this goes back to Bombad Jedi, where Padme is just running across here and there, and the human characters just don't look all that great to me. But the only way I can sort of resolve it for my own viewing is that this is, I'm guessing, is an attempt to sort of bring to life the Ralph McQuarrie artwork, and because the ships and everything else looks amazing. And it's just, and then sometimes a lot of the aliens are fine too. They're aliens, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, Jar Jar looks like Jar Jar. Gee, I wonder how they managed that. But human people, well, so in a way, it is kind of like the Ralph McQuarrie sketches and paintings come to life, and that's kind of a nice thing. So anyway, there you go, Bombad Jedi and Cloak of Darkness. Thank you for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe, and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you. Most notably, my comic book, Night Night, over at IndiePlanet.com. You can also catch my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos over at BitChute. That's the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.